Oh my god, what is up guys? It's Pixelated-Apollo and I just played this battle and this is the most bizarre battle that I have ever played in Total War. I'm gonna call it right here. This battle has such a strange ending that it left me speechless. And like I said earlier, I just played this and I wanted to record this right away so it's fresh in my memory because this ending is... I don't even know how to explain it. I'm not even going to try to explain it. I'm just going to show you what happens, and then maybe you guys can explain it. I don't know, but it's extremely bizarre. And the funny thing is that this wasn't even supposed to be necessarily about the battle. It was more about me showing off this really cool sub mod. It's called 1066. I believe the mod creator, his name is Link. Now, he added some really cool textures to the Attila settlements here to make them look very medieval. They do look very awesome. And Warman, who is actually the lead developer of Medieval Kingdoms, he sent me a link to this mod. He's like, hey, look at this. This is really cool. I was like, whoa, that is cool. Let's play a battle on it so I can show the Knights of Apollo. And yeah, we were just chatting, you know, it was a very casual battle, and we were chatting about, you know, what they were adding to the Medieval Kingdoms mod. And then the ending, we just automatically were like, what is happening right now? What is this real life? So I'm just so excited to show you this replay. So let's just go ahead and get this one started. So yeah, there's a link in the description for the sub mod. I don't even think it's a sub mod. I think it's a standalone mod. You can play it without Medieval Kingdoms. So check it out. It adds some really cool textures to the siege settlements. And you can see I'm knocking down the walls. Again, we have very basic factions here. We have France versus England, 100 Years War. Again, it wasn't supposed to be anything special, but it just turned out to be amazing. Like, I wish I record everything that I do live. Like, I had a huge hard drive somewhere so I can store all this footage, because our expressions during this battle was priceless. But let's check out my army comp, and we'll get this one started. So England, I am commanding England, 4 units of archer sergeants. I have 2 units of spear militia, and then I have about 4 or 5 units, I think just 5 units of sergeants. And we are only picking early period units. Words are hard. I can't talk today. I'm so excited for this. And then I have 2 catapults here. Originally, I was going to save the catapults for his infantry, but my siege towers did not spawn for whatever reason. It's a glitch or something, so I have to use them to knock down the walls. And then I have 3 units of cav here, knightly retinue, English king. And then here is my English king, early period. So there he is. And that's it. That's my army. So let's move on to the French army, where Warman is actually charging out some peasants. Oh, God. And they got massacred by my archer sergeants. So he's going to charge them out, but they're really not going to accomplish anything, and they're already breaking. The rest of his army, he's got about 3 sergeant spearmen getting into position, running to the front gate. And he has about 6 units of sergeants. So that's his main infantry force. He has 1 catapult. He has 4 units of crossbow sergeants, and his general is back here, which I believe it's the French king. So there he is. So that's his force. That's my force. We're now moving forward, and this bizarre battle is about to go underway. So yeah, honestly, I really wasn't planning to. I mean, I was gonna make a video out of this, but I had no idea. I just had no freaking idea that this would happen. So we're going to actually just fast forward a little bit, just for time's sake. You're not really missing anything, just the troops moving forward. I only have this small breach point to charge through, so I'm trying to be pretty aggressive so he doesn't close in his forces. But it doesn't look like he's going to try to close in the forces. He's just keeping his troops in reserve. He's now pushing back his crossbows back here. And here comes my knights. My archers are first to move up and lose formation, trying to absorb that arrow fire from those really cool looking medieval towers. And here we go. We're going to press play here. So what I'm doing here is I couldn't see his forces back here. So I was just doing a suicide charge with my knights, and I'm trying to capture this gatehouse. because it's going to do so much damage to my early period units. Attila siege towers are just ridiculous. So I'm charging in. I got another unit of knights. Again, I think the more units you have nearby, the faster you'll capture it. And Warman's just kind of letting me take it. He's just letting... Okay, there... Well, there he goes. Okay, now he's moving forward. Here comes the spear sergeants. The 3 spear sergeants in 1 unit of just standard sergeants. Unfortunately, I have not taken it yet. And look at all of the knights this arrow tower has already killed. I am sending in some sergeants of my own to support my knights, because they are going into a bloody melee. So here's that charge. Beautiful charge there. The French army is pissed, and they are defending their homes. Here comes my sergeants. I'm actually falling back here. I've got more sergeants getting into position. I see that he's pushing on the flank here. He's got a couple sergeants of his own, and they are about to clash in intense melee. Intense fight right here. Alright, so let's head back over to this main gate. See what's going on. My knight's still hanging on for dear life. I really shouldn't have left him in there, but I was so desperate to capture this arrow, not this arrow tower, but the gatehouse. And unfortunately, the French, oh yeah, there's that French banner. It is going back up. We are failing as a kingdom. And I need to send more infantry into the fray. One more time. Here we go. More troops moving forward. They are desperately needed. My archers are firing over the walls. They're mostly focusing down this big blob of infantry. You can see some of the arrows incoming here. So we're hanging on. I was feeling pretty confident at this point because it was mostly spears. I felt like if I could get a couple sergeants in there, they'll be able to chew up the spears and we'll slowly push them back. But again, the French banner is still going up. Not a good sight for the good guys, which, you know, is whatever faction I'm playing as. Not saying the English were the good guys. Alright, so he's pushing even more. Oh, okay, sorry. We missed this a little bit. I do need to show you. So what I did here is I actually was being really sneaky. I was sneaking some cav. I went around this way. Notice how he has nothing defending this this pathway. I got behind, and now I'm doing hammer and anvil around or to his infantry. So there goes my cav. But notice he's got crossbows right there. So I can't really just sit back and let him shoot me to death. So I'm going to go for a charge here and try to take out his artillery as well. No. What are you doing? No. Okay, never mind. I changed my mind. I'm going to go for another hammer and anvil at the back of the infantry, which looks really cool. There we go. Oh, nice. Cutting them down. So Warman not protecting his flanks. It's funny. Warman, before we started playing, he was like, yeah, I'm a better modder. You know, I'm a better, I forgot the exact words he said, but he was like, I make a better modder than a player. So I was like, all right, that's fine, dude. You know, this is all for fun. Now I'm going for his crossbows. And that was a pretty good charge there. I was able to charge them before they actually fired. But I am losing a lot of knights here just because they've been running around all over the place, charging and pulling out left and right. And we are holding on here, even if the arrow towers are doing a lot of damage to us. I am sending in more infantry. I have 2 units of sergeants now holding back his 2 units of sergeants. In this nice area. I certainly would, you know, want to be fighting here because of the shade. It's very nice. It's cool. You know, with all that armor on, I imagine it can get pretty hot. It looks like he's sending up more sergeants. A really cool column formation. Marching into position. You are needed in the front lines. And look at this. My sergeants are actually breaking to his 2 spear sergeants. So his sergeants were an absolute pain to break through. I was confident that I would cut through these guys pretty quick. But that was just not the case. And also, look at this. My flank is exposed to his crossbows. There's his crossbows back there. Doing a lot of damage to my troops. And that's honestly what is causing my men to break. So looking at my archers, They are focusing down this big blob right here, and they're also firing at this blob right here. Let's kind of zoom out, see what's going on here. I do have some spears moving into position. Got 2 units of spear militia. They're going to join the fight because my men are they're taking some pretty heavy casualties because of the crossbows. And my only cav unit I have left is my general. So I might have to risk him. It's going to be a risky move, but I might have to do it if I'm going to win this battle. So I'm thinking about sneaking another cav unit around this way and go after his crossbows because they still have a ton of ammo and they're just going to sit back and wreck my early period units. There goes my spear militia. Just throwing more bodies into the mix. Just trying to scare the French forces here. What was that? Oh, there we go. We took the gates. Okay, finally, we had enough forces to destroy the gates here. We are now in control. I'm going to push up my Bill militia. I do have 1 unit of Bill militia. I forgot to show you there. So they're going to join in the fight, going through the gate. My troops are like, oh, the gates are open. Let's break and get out of here. Just a bunch of jerks. I worked so hard to take that. So there they go. More and more infantry just swarming through. I'm so desperate to break these spearmen. But it's like they're almost like in a circle formation that's just keeping them. It's keeping their morale. I don't know. Look at it. Most of them are just standing around enjoying the scenery. Like, what is happening? But now I'm flanking around with my spear militia, trying to just surround them and cause fear. But the crossbows, check this out. Actually, you know what? I'm charging for the crossbows. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, okay. That was 1 volley. Let's see if they get another volley here. Oh, oh yeah, they get a lot of kills. Okay, we're just charged through the enemy there. Well, actually, we didn't lose too many in that charge, but, you know, what do you expect from spear militia? We're silencing the crossbows for now, but they are breaking just like that from the battle. And there goes the spears. And I'm still taking on these 2 units of sergeants, spear sergeants, which is unbelievable. I was constantly clicking my men to go kill them because they're cheering right in front of our face. Right in front of our faces. This fight over here, this is a standstill. Like nothing really is happening here. Nobody's really, you know, pushing back or moving forward. You can see some troops from Brittany there. That's pretty cool. I do like their uniforms. Alright, so I'm really, at this point, I'm really thinking about moving in my general because I'm seeing my troops break left and right. Most frustrating thing ever. Here comes another charge from my spearmen here because they did return to the battle after breaking a little bit. So let's see. There we go. We're going to silence them once again. Buy more time for my infantry. But for how long will they fight? Not very long. They're breaking already. And still, his infantry is hanging on. Hanging on for dear life, making this nearly impossible. The balance of power is now slightly in favor of the French. It's pretty close though. So it's not like it's decisive on one side. So that's going to be an issue though, because I really need the advantage since he is defending. So I'm trying to push with my swordsmen here. Again, my swords, it just seems like everyone's just kind of standing around. Like, what's happening? All right, and then the archers are focusing down on this blob as well. Again, I'm trying to break them. We gotta be close, right? They're exhausted, they're shaken, but not stirred. So they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere soon. Do some cinematic shots here. He's now firing. Look at that. His crossbows are firing. Oh, look at that. As they fall to their death, taking bolts to the throat. And my billmen break. And now my swordsmen are breaking. And it just doesn't look good. It doesn't, because this is it for my infantry. I do have archers though with a decent amount of ammo. But pretty soon I'm going to have to use these archers as infantry. So I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, those crossbows are breaking my men, and his spears are not breaking. Even though I have a bunch of archers focusing them down, I decided to now retreat, peel off one of these swordsmen, one of these sergeants that were fighting here, because I would be able to hold off the street with one unit. It's not like I need a bunch of units to take on all of his units. So I'm going to send them over to the other side because they are desperately needed to fight them. And this is where I get really concerned about his crossbows, because I'm just going to do the same thing over and over. If I keep sending troops over to this flank, they're going to be open to crossbow fire. So I need to do something about it, or I'm surely going to lose these units. Yep, see that? Look at that. Oh, just a whole line of them dead. Oh, it was awful. Just awful. So here we go, guys. One of the most critical moments of the battle. My English king. You can see his crown right here. He is ready to lead the men to glory. Alright, come on, General. Get over there. I see that his crossbows, some of them are breaking because I am focusing them down with archer fire. So we do have a bit of a skirmish going on. But here we go. My general has broken through the gap. And this is so risky charging into crossbows like this because you can easily get chopped down by the crossbows. We are able to charge before they get a good shot off. But I got to keep pushing. I can't sit back. See, if I sit back, they're going to wipe out my king, my general. And this is so risky, but it's something I must do to win this battle. So I'm going to fall back a little bit just so I can build some space and try to get another good charge going off here. So keep attacking, keep silencing the crossbows, and keep, just keep pushing. So this is somewhat successful, but you can see I've lost about 20% of the king's bodyguard. Yeah, show them how real men fight. Not no sissy archer, sissy crossbow. His spears are still fighting. This is insane. Why are they not breaking? Then my guys are breaking once more. A lot of wavering going on here. Alright, so my king's falling back. This is where I was going to do a hammer and anvil, but I decided not to because his crossbows would tear up my general. So I'm going to go in for another charge and break these guys. Oh my god, and the crossbows from down the street just wreck my general's bodyguard. My general is still alive. So lucky to be alive. But he's still putting up a good fight, chopping down these crossbows, trying to make it so they don't return. But I got to get out of here or the other crossbows are going to kill me. So I'm going to charge in, try to take out these guys. Oh, they do another volley. The king is still alive, though. He's still charging in. He gets a pretty good charge there. It knocks down most of the unit, but I got to get out of here. If I leave him in the fight, he will die. So I'm falling back. Oh, was that the king? No. The king's right here. You can see his goofy crown there. I'm going to fall back with 5 bodyguard. This is it with my general, and he is wavering. If someone farts on him, he's breaking. He's out of here. Most of my troops are wavering over here. We did break one of the spears, one of the spear sergeants. So they're just down to 1. I mean, maybe he just put crazy upgrades on them. I don't know. But they're doing a great job of holding. And look at this. His crossbows are still alive. My king's sacrifice was not enough. Not enough at all. And he still has his general way back here. So we're still fighting right here. I'm starting to get pretty depleted here, which is not good because I can't hold on for much longer. My archers, I believe they're still firing at the crossbows, just trying to break what's left of them. And they are wavering because I am putting down so many putting down a lot of suppressing fire on them. That guy just face plant. Rip in peace. Rip in peace. Rest and rip. Yeah, so we're still putting up a good fight right here. I can't believe that's still going on. So what do we have left? So we got 4 units of archers who've used up all of their ammo. Warman is now charging in his artillery crew, trying to take out my general. I was not going to have that, so I'm retreating my general out of there, taking him outside of the walls. Again, if someone just looks at him the wrong way, he's going to get triggered and just retreat out of this battle. But here comes the archers to defend this flank. They pretty much used up all their ammo, so this was fine with me. They should win that engagement. Alright, so his spears are now breaking. This is good. This is really good. The balance of power is still dead even. But look at this. What do we have here? The French king trying to give me a taste of my own medicine. So yeah, he's going to charge out, try to take on my archers. I saw him very early on making this maneuver. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my archers. They're going to stand their ground. They're going to fire at the general. Don't even flinch. Just stand and fire. Fire, guys. They're not firing. Come on, one volley. One volley. There we go. Did we take any of them out? No. We didn't take out a single cav unit. Wow. So he's going to charge in and do battle against my bows. And this is where I have no other choice but to charge into melee and try to get lucky to kill the king, the French king. Whoever kills the French king will earn enough money to retire and live out his days in the English lands. Alright, so we broke through. Finally, we broke through the center. It's looking really good. We just have a huge force that we're going to have to deal with over here. But we're going to charge in and take out the crossbows, right? Yeah, so let's move in and take out the crossbows. Correct? Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here with these very timid soldiers who have already seen a lot of death. And look at that massive break right there. Look at this. And their crossbows, they're going to hold their ground. And they're going to keep firing. We do get this one unit of sergeants into the mix. Here comes more soldiers pushing in. The spears walking over the dead king's bodyguard. That's going to be pretty demoralizing there. There we go. We break some of the crossbows. That's good. We keep pushing. Those crossbows are the most scary thing about his army. My king is still holding back here, just wavering, constantly wavering. Look, he's looking around, freaking out like, there's enemies all around me. It's like, king, just relax. And then here comes a nice flank. So Warman, he took one of his sergeants that was fighting over at that street. So he peeled them off, and now he's breaking all of my units. All of my infantry gone. And this is so insanely close. And look at this, his crossbows. Well, they actually both break here. But the crossbows break my swordsmen, or my sergeants. My sergeants break his crossbows. And now my troops... I thought this was game over. I thought there's no way the king's gonna wreck my my archers over here. Well, my archers are actually holding their ground. They're holding their ground. So you know, you never know. We might kill the king and make it you know, give our boys an advantage, break their morale. But look at this. Some of my troops are returning again to the battle, and now they're breaking again. They're breaking again against this one unit of foot knightly retinue. My archers are in the mix. Most of my archers are going to have to fight in melee. Now he's retreating his king. Check this out, guys. He's retreating his king, but he didn't realize I still had ammo. And look at that. I just wiped out a ton of his bodyguard as he was falling back, shooting him right in the backs. And he's going to go for another charge because he really doesn't have a choice. He can't fall back or we'll just shoot him to death. And he is wavering. So both our generals are now wavering in this fight. Here comes another charge with the archers. Come on. Come on, archers. Don't you give up on me now. Oh, he's breaking one of the units. I was a little disheartened by that. I was like, no. This is our chance to kill the French king. I'm trying to find the French king. Oh, here comes my artillery crew. So they used up their ammo, so I'm charging in the artillery crew just to make sure the general doesn't run away. So he's stuck in combat. My general actually breaks right here. You can see him running. Look at him. He's like, I'm out of here, man. This is too much for me. This is too intense. I'm going back home. We still have a pretty crazy fight of just troops constantly breaking and returning. Breaking and returning. So I am so desperate to kill his king at this point because I just lost my king because he's a coward and he was running for his life. So I got more troops coming in. And there we go. We break the king. He has shattered. Actually, he's broken. He could return, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be returning. Oh, no, he's shattered. He's gone. So we are generalless. We no longer have generals, and this is what's left of my army. This is actually a strong point of my army, or what's left of it. You know, these are the good units because they're so fresh, and they haven't really seen a lot of combat, but they are getting sniped out by that arrow tower, and I'm now moving in my artillery crew. My swordsmen here are they're just really depleted. They cannot hold for much longer. There's been a fight in this street for almost the entire battle. All right, so here we go, guys. I mean, this is where things get... If you think things are crazy right now, just wait. Just wait. All right, so swordsmen taking on the archers. I do have some spears returning to the battle, but again, they're just getting constantly shot by these arrow towers. There's not much I can do about it, but I'm just going to try to quickly throw them back into the fight. So you see that we have some foot knightly retinue here. I got to try to flank around them with the artillery crew. I know it's not much, but it's still a flank. You know, you're behind their lines. My troops are breaking over here, which is it's awful. Now I'm charging in some archers to try to reinforce the lines, keep the spirits high, keep them in the fight. So reinforcing that front. I do have some archers back here who returned from routing, but they are wavering. Oh, and there goes the swordsman. And yeah, and everything's breaking over here. Yep. There goes my archers, my artillery crew. It's done. It's over. These guys are breaking. My archers are wavering. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, wait. My archers came back. Oh, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Now my archers are going to turn around, go back into the fight. They're not done yet. My artillery crew's still wavering, but they're still fighting. There we go. There they are, charging in. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Oh, wait, my troops returned over here too. So this battle isn't over yet, even though the balance of power is in well, it's actually greatly in favor of Warman. And wait, my units are breaking here. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Oh, and my troops are wavering here as well. It just doesn't seem like we can break these guys. Look at, now my artillery crew is wavering. Yeah. Oh, there goes the arch. Oh, there goes the swordsman. Yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Look at that balance of power. It's pretty much over. I mean, everyone is wavering. I mean, there's no way I can return to this fight. So this is pretty much it, guys. I mean, that was that not crazy? That was insane. My troops are still putting up somewhat of a fight here, but it's not. Well, actually, you know what? They stopped routing. They stopped wavering. Look at this. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, and I'm just running for my life over here. My archers actually do return, which is cool, but it won't lead to anything, right? I mean, swordsmen are going to chase me down. Well, actually, you know what? These guys return to the fight as well. They keep returning to the battle, which is really bizarre. They keep breaking and returning like 20, 30 times. But yeah, my archers, I'm just going to run them away. Maybe I have a couple, arrows left over. I can try to shoot at the French infantry once they're out, vulnerable to archer fire. But I'm going to fall them back, see what I can do here. My swordsmen, there's no way they're going to return. I mean, they're down to 64. They're exhausted. They're broken. There's probably not much I can do. And yeah, Warman at this point. Oh, wait, hold on. Are we breaking his swordsman here? Is this what I'm seeing? Is this real life? We are breaking his swordsman. Oh, what is this? My swordsman regrouped. Oh, but all of a sudden, his swordsmen are breaking. So this attack, this assault to try to run down my troops was a terrible mistake. And just like that, because I think we have troops on his flank, they are starting to waver. They actually stopped wavering right here. We're charging back in. I'm going to get my archers back into the fight. Get them in there. But, there's probably not much we can do because he still has the swordsman unit here. They're probably going to stop wavering. Well, we just have a constant break and return fight over here. These catapult crew are wavering. His foot knightly retinue, they're wavering, which is good. We definitely need that. The balance of power is now back to even. And we broke his swordsman. So we're coming back into the fight. And I don't know if I've already said this, but Warman, he's like, man, I haven't won in so long. I was like, yeah, dude, GG, you won this easily. This is game over. But no, look at the balance of power. It looks like I'm going to win now. Or am I? Is Warman going to come back? I mean, he still has this foot knightly retinue, which is a small depleted unit. But he's taking on artillery crew and an archer unit. They could easily cut down my troops. Because everyone is exhausted at this point. So I'm trying to quickly get these reinforcements back into the fight. I'm walking them into position. Oh no. What's this? What's this? My troops are wavering. But so are his. Oh, but his swordsmen returned to the fight. They have returned to the fight. So they're going to join back to the flank here and surround my men. Who is going to win this fight? I don't know. Look at this. It's showing me having a huge advantage here. Oh, but there goes all my troops. Oh, that's got to be GG, right? I mean, there's no way I can recover from that. I mean, he's gonna. Oh, yeah, that's everyone over here, and that's a good chunk of my art. Oh, wait, there's some troops returning again. There they go. They're gonna come back and they're gonna fight. Now remember, I still have these 2 troops over here. I'm walking them back because they're already shaken and they're tired. So I'm trying to get their energy levels down, you know, their fatigue, trying to make it a little bit better for them so they'll fight a little bit more effectively. But my troops are still going strong over here. I got a good chance of winning this one, even though he's got his foot knightly retinue still alive. And there they go. That's the last of that army, and the balance of power is pretty much dead even. Dead even, and it's down to 2 units versus 2 units. They're gonna meet. They're gonna march on all the dead here and finally end this battle. What? Like, I've never had such an ending before. So, you know, knowing him, you know, being a mod, he knows the ins and outs of his own mod here. He's going to try this wedge formation, which actually gives him like a charge bonus. But thankfully, I can form shield wall, which I think is a great counter to that, because it gives me like plus 20 in melee combat. So here we go. The final charge, guys. The final couple seconds of this battle. Who will win? Who will lose? It will be determined right here, right now. My archers are taking on swordsmen. My troops are well rested. His are exhausted. It's looking like I could take this one, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. It's so insanely close. And there we go. We break one of his swordsmen. I'm now going to be able to flank around and surround his foot knightly retinue. And that will truly, truly be the end of his army. My archers are wavering there. No surprise. And there we go. What a crazy ending. I mean, I feel like it was even crazier live, because when my troops first started to break over in the center, I was like, oh, it's over. And then they came back, and then we killed the French king, and then my troops started to break over on this side, and they were actually leaving the settlement. But then they returned. They returned and turned it around and saved the day. Like the fighting over this area, when I had like artillery crew and archers, they were constantly just routing, wavering, and then coming back, and then leaving and coming back. It was hilarious, because during the battle, I was like, oh, good game, Warman, you won. He's like, oh, I haven't won in a while. And then all of a sudden the tables turn, and he's like, well, geez, Apollo, good game. And then it turns again. I'm like, no, you got it, Warman. And then I end up winning. That was something else. So I'm just glad I can upload this and save this in the archive, because my goodness, what a bloody fight. Great game to Warman. Really appreciate you coming out, playing some games, giving me some info about the mod. There's going to be some new releases to the factions like Sicily and Bohemia. Those are 2 of the factions I remember him talking about. So look forward to that. So looking at the kills, it's really our archers that did the most damage. My sergeant's doing a little bit better than his crossbows. The cav, one of my cav units getting 172. That was the one that was getting the hammer and anvil. My general getting 143 kills. His general getting 124. So our numbers are actually very similar. And you remember that peasant charge at the beginning? What if he saved his peasants? What if he saved his peasants? That could have changed the game completely. Peasant lives matter. And that's how I'm going to end this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time.